that for Drake. And I hate how the world turns on him. And simultaneously, I'm over here like, man, I hope Iceman go crazy.
Cole losing sleep on this, it ain't me.
I'm in the same place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, I genuinely love these niggas, but I'm not gonna act like we've been communicating and talking.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Look, man, we're going to briefly talk about J. Cole. Let's talk about this J. Cole situation. Shout out to J. Hook, man. J. Hook sent this to me. Basically, y'all know J. Cole and Camron had this thing where Camron was suing J. Cole. It was a big story. We talked about it here.
Me and J. Cole are cool, or was cool. Being a man is keeping your word. And I know everybody's busy and everybody has things to do. But if I give you my word 4 or 5 times, I got to do it. So on his first project he did, I did an intro for him. I did the record for him for his intro. I told him I may need a verse whenever I get a project done. He said, cool. He had another project. I did a record in 20 minutes. I knocked that shit out and went off about my business. I need a verse.
Camron was going to sue J. Cole over not doing the collab or doing the interview. It was basically he could do the interview or he could do the collab, and J. Cole ain't do either.
Damn.
Camron basically said that J. Cole was ducking him. J. Cole wouldn't come through. J. Cole was saying all the stars had to be aligned and all this other shit.
I'm exaggerating, but he's like the shock rain right now. And, you know, the moon got aligned with the stars. And, you know, when I write, I put my all into it.
A lot of people looked at the situation and they were like, yo, there's no way that these two can't come to an agreement. You know, and that's one of the things we said here too. If it's not that serious, you can come to an agreement. Either do the interview or do the song.
Make the song or not make the song.
You're too close, man. You're too close, man.
Keep your word like you said you would. Now, I don't know when this was agreed upon, when this actually was gonna happen, or if J. Cole just had one of those moments, one of those as do I, and says, sorry, let me do the interview. But that's where we at right now. So let's check this out. It says J. Cole made a surprise appearance on Camron's Talk with Fleet episode set to air Tuesday at 10 p.m. So basically they did a little skit, right? And the skit is to show everybody that he's coming through. And here go what it is right here.
Girl can't be a stylist neither. When she's fixing somebody's collar, I don't know what may happen next time she... What's up, man?
I'm just saying, like, a lawsuit, bro. Lawyers?
You know, it wasn't like that.
I'm just saying, bro, you got niggas like...
Like, damn, y'all could have used a little bit of voice isolation on that shit or something, man. Y'all had the background noise and all that other shit. Like, that's kind of crazy. But look, I'm actually looking forward to this interview. And the reason why I'm looking forward to this interview is because I think J. Cole got some questions that he needs to answer. And I think y'all would probably agree. There's some questions that we need J. Cole to answer, and we don't want them to be no easy softball answers, man. And I feel like Camron will ask him the questions that we would probably ask J. Cole in the same manner that we would ask J. Cole. Maybe I'm being too optimistic. It could be very well possible that Camron gives him a softball interview. You know, I'm really hoping with this interview that J. Cole actually talks about some things and addresses some things that we want to hear. It kind of makes me wonder, maybe this is the reason why J. Cole felt it was necessary to come back and do this, is because this is a better look than not doing it at all. Because it shows that you're not running away from the conversation, because that's how everybody took it when you didn't fulfill the obligation in the first place.
As do I.
They feel like you were running away from the questions. And, you know, doing this skit, you know, coming through and doing the whole, you know, oh, damn, what are you doing here? I think this is a smart move. I think this is dope. Whatever they agreed to behind the scenes, I'm glad that they were men enough to figure it out. Because a lot of people were like, oh, man, why would he sue? And then a lot of people was like, oh, J. Cole should keep his word, you know? And, you know, it's just one of those things where it didn't even have to get here. You know, and obviously if there was some miscommunication, I'm glad that they figured it out, and I'm glad that they moving forward. Now, one thing I want to go to this and address real quick is the dialogue, right? The dialogue is very interesting, right? And I don't know if J. Cole said this, basically was winging it, because it do look like they kind of just winged this shit. They didn't really like put this together like on no like super, you know, production type intro, teaser type shit. But you can see when J. Cole comes in, J. Cole says this, right?
I'm just saying, like, a lawsuit, bro?
I'm just saying, like, a lawsuit, bro. I'm not going to be the one to say that that's a shot at anybody, but I'm going to be the one that says somebody could take that as a shot.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Because J. Cole saying it the way that he's saying it, the absurdity of a lawsuit. I'm saying, bruh, a lawsuit, bruh? We know a rapper right now that's suing. We know a rapper right now who got a lawsuit, man, and is standing behind that lawsuit.
That's mine.
So J. Cole saying that and saying it the absurdity, like, bruh, a lawsuit, bruh, really? I don't know if this was deliberately done and said this way. Who knows? It could have been said this way to maybe generate some. But the fact that he said it, I just know there's a guy out there who's very sensitive, probably hugging a pillow, a body pillow right now.
What the hell?
And is hearing that and is like, damn, was that a shot at me? I don't know. I don't know if it is or it ain't because I don't know who to trust. We know somebody like that, man. I'm just saying, man, I think that could be taken offensively by somebody. A lawsuit? Really? This just shows you the absurdity of lawsuits, right? And how people look at them. Now, Camron's lawsuit, I know people are trying to compare it to this other guy. My stance on here was that I don't think it's the same. And I don't think it's the same because obviously we're talking about business here. This man was supposed to either do an interview or do a song. And he didn't do either of them shits. But again, now they're basically saying, you know, we're going to get this thing together and we just going to do this damn interview. And maybe they might do another song. Who knows? But again, I will say I'm glad that they decided to squash that shit and talk about that shit and actually get that shit going.
Lawyers?
See? And then he continue on. Lawyers? Hey, look, man, if you would have lost the bro, this might be another way to actually lose the bro. I'm just saying, man. Lawyers? He's currently suing. He's currently suing. So to come here and be like, lawsuits? Lawyers? Really?
It wasn't like that.
I'm saying, bro, you got niggas like...
So Tuesday, 10 p.m., streaming next day. Now, let's look at some of the comments here. They said, just took a little litigating, huh? It said, Cam, C, and Cole. Camron is one of the funniest niggas on the planet, hands down, without even trying. They said, J. Cole sitting down with Camron is the most unexpected collab of 2025. 2 different eras, 2 different energies. The episode is going to be legendary or awkward as hell. They said, Cole pulled up to the studio unannounced. Come on, man. Come on, brother. This is clearly a skit. Come on, man.
He needs some milk.
Come on, man. I really want to believe that y'all don't think like he actually pulled up unannounced. Like, come on, y'all. They said the goalposts are about to move again. Cole got to address that apology and him picking side shits. Drake did a lot for that nigga. Can't believe this nigga Cole got on a PA writing a love letter to Drake on some whole shit. That nigga out of there, man. He need to just stick to rapping about anything other than beefing. They said, please don't cry, Cole. Don't talk about crying, please. Dang. Said this seems like the whole thing was staged. I don't know. What y'all think about that? Y'all, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? And I'm guessing when he says stage, he means like the whole lawsuit, him not doing the song or the interview. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, listen, nothing is out of the realms of possibility with these motherfuckers. Like, it could be anything, man. Who knows? But said, I'm glad Cole can take a joke. This is going to be interesting and a fire conversation. I wonder what he told Drake after that lawsuit. That's a soundbite right there. You got to take that to Drake and be like, lawyers, bro? Lawyers? Really? That's what we doing? Man. Yeah, this will be interesting, man. I'm going to watch this interview. I'm going to see how this goes. I just want to hear what J. Cole got to say. Again, there's some questions that J. Cole need to answer, and there's people that want to hear those answers, man. Now, if he fumble this shit and get some softball questions or don't answer it, hey, then it is what it is, and it's whatever from there, man. But my guess is that he not going to be asked no crazy question. Remember, Camron did say to him, we could scrap these questions.
This is when all the beef is going on with Kendrick Lamar. I can't do it now because I don't feel like talking about that right now. I said, look, I'll do the interview. I won't even bring that up. He says, nah, I can't do no interview and not talk about it.
Which leads me to believe that Camron would allow him to decide what they can ask, what they can talk about, what things they can address. So don't be surprised if there's some things you don't hear or if there's things that you do hear and they get softball-ass questions and he answering questions very softly. But I don't know, man. It's Sunday right now, Sunday night. So Tuesday, I guess we we shall see, and we'll react to it. Hopefully, we can go live and react to it. If we can, don't forget, I'm on Twitch. That's where I go live. It's twitch.tv/BigZoTwitch. Go there, subscribe over there. We got a sub goal. You see it up top. We're trying to reach 500. Shout out to the people that been helping. Shout out to the people that been supporting. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already know the vibes. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I know what it is. It's your boy Goods, Big Zo TV. Let's go.
Fun to do bad things.
Take off the short nail, take off the dope, take off the